People always say that when you rescue a dog, you're saving their life. But sometimes, they're the ones quietly saving yours. That's exactly what our dog Rusty did. Although I still joke that he only signed the adoption papers with my husband. And this is Rusty's story. Whenever friends come over, I laugh and say, I swear Rusty loves my husband about 1,000 times more than he loves me. Everyone laughs, because it's absolutely true. The second my husband sits down, Rusty is right there beside him. If he walks into another room, Rusty follows him like his shadow. Every night at exactly 10 p.m., Rusty starts reminding him it's bedtime. Me, I'm lucky if I get a quick cuddle before he wanders back to his favorite human. I tease them about it all the time, but honestly, seeing that bond fills my heart every single day.
Are you a sourdough bread dog?
Rusty came into our lives shortly after we lost our German Shepherd. The house felt unbearably quiet. No more paws tapping across the hardwood floor. No happy tail wagging at the front door. We kept telling ourselves we weren't ready for another dog. Then one afternoon, a friend who volunteers at local shelters texted us a photo of a shepherd mix sitting all alone at Miami-Dade Animal Services. The first thing I noticed wasn't how big he was, it was those floppy ears. They flopped out to the sides exactly like our old German Shepherd's ears. I looked at my husband, and he looked right back at me. Neither of us had to say much. We both knew. My husband smiled and said, "Let's go meet him." And just like that, everything changed.
Where's your daddy? Huh? Where's your daddy?
When we got to the shelter, Rusty's kennel was covered with warning signs. Not good with other dogs, reactive, use caution. Most people walked right past him without giving him a second glance. Rusty barked, paced back and forth, and looked far more scared than aggressive. I leaned over and whispered to my husband, "What if nobody ever gives this big guy a chance?" He smiled and quietly said, "Then we will." Bringing Rusty home wasn't easy. The moment the car started moving, he froze. He shook, panted, and couldn't calm himself down. That's when we realized he wasn't just a shelter dog. He had probably spent a long time surviving on the streets. To him, cars didn't mean going home. They meant fear, uncertainty, and another day trying to stay alive. Those first few weeks tested all of us. Some days we made progress, and the next day it felt like we were starting all over again. There were moments when we wondered if we were doing enough. But we stayed patient. We kept speaking gently to him. We kept showing up every single day. Little by little, Rusty stopped expecting us to leave. He finally started believing this home was really his.
Lucy! What? Give me a kiss.
Then one ordinary afternoon, everything changed. Rusty quietly climbed onto the couch, rested his head on my husband's chest, and fell asleep. My husband barely moved for almost an hour. He just smiled and whispered, "I think he finally trusts me." It was such a simple moment, but it meant more than words could ever explain.
It's not a Zoe crush, you really crushing me.
From that day on, those two were practically inseparable. They watched TV together, took naps together, and somehow always ended up sleeping in the funniest positions. I'd walk into the living room and laugh. "Seriously? You couldn't save just a little love for me?" My husband would grin, and Rusty would barely crack one eye open before snuggling even closer to him. "Wow. Thanks, buddy," I'd joke. The biggest breakthrough came from something surprisingly simple, a routine. Every single night at exactly 10 p.m., my husband would take Rusty upstairs for bed, same time. Same blanket, same peaceful routine. Once Rusty knew what tomorrow was going to look like, something inside him finally relaxed. His anxiety slowly melted away, and his goofy, playful personality started shining through.
Can I have it? Can I help you with that? Can I have that? No?
Rusty wasn't the only dog in our house. We also had Slade, our sweet old senior dog who had absolutely no interest in keeping up with an energetic youngster. The day Rusty arrived, Slade looked at him like he was thinking, "I'm way too old for this." While Rusty bounced around hoping someone would play with him, Slade usually wandered off to find a quiet corner where he could take another nap. Then there were our two cats. Somehow, they absolutely adored Rusty. He had no idea how big he was, but he treated them as gently as if they were made of glass. They'd cuddle together on the couch and fall asleep all tangled up. Meanwhile, every time I climbed into bed, there was barely enough room left for me. I'd laugh and say, "Come on, somebody scoot over and make a little space for Mom." We jokingly call him our Miami German Shepherd. He's taller than most German Shepherds, with a beautiful reddish coat and those unforgettable floppy ears. Right now, he's on a carefully measured diet, which he strongly disagrees with. Every meal ends the same way Rusty stares at us with those huge, heartbreaking puppy dog eyes that seem to say, "You guys definitely forgot my second dinner."
I see you. You're a good boy. Are you a good boy? Are you a good boy? You thinking about
Rusty still hasn't figured out how fetch is supposed to work. He'll happily chase the ball, proudly bring it all the way back, and then refuse to let go of it. "Drop it," we'll tell him. He just stares back while clamping down even tighter. Apparently, in Rusty's world, bringing the ball back means the game is officially over.
Oh, poor baby.
One thing about Rusty has never changed. He takes protecting our home very seriously. Some people think he's just being territorial. I see it differently. I think he's protecting the very first place that's ever truly belonged to him. After spending who knows how long without a family, he finally has a home that's his, and he's determined never to lose it.
Wow. Crazy. You're crazy, girl.
Sometimes I'll sit beside him, scratch behind those floppy ears, and quietly tell him, "You don't have to worry anymore. You're safe now. You have a family. You have a home. And you're loved exactly the way you are." Every single time, his tail starts wagging like he finally believes every word.
Oh, Daddy, I bring you rubber chicken. Do you take your baby?
Looking back now, I honestly think we needed Rusty just as much as he needed us. He reminded us that healing doesn't happen overnight. Trust isn't built in one big moment. It's built little by little with patience, consistency, and simply showing up for each other every single day. People often ask if adopting an adult shelter dog is really worth it. For us, the answer will always be yes. Watching a frightened dog slowly learn what love feels like has been one of the greatest gifts we've ever received. If Rusty's story touched your heart, consider visiting your local shelter, fostering, volunteering, or simply sharing stories like his. Sometimes, all it takes is one person willing to look past the labels and give a dog a second chance. And that second chance ends up changing 2 lives forever.